Testing. Hey, hey, how's everybody going? This is the Tokyo Shemp Show. So I got just under 12 minutes of video of Halper. And she don't look so good. We got just under 12 minutes. Let's just get right to it. I didn't study this. I just took screen recordings. Let's see. Here we go. A little discombobulated. Okay. Just under 12 minutes. Just under 12 minutes. Here goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Right off the bat, her face. She's making the chicken faces. So she's got like a red outfit on. In the background, it looks like a prison or a rehab. I wasn't able to cherry pick too much. I'm mailing this in. She's doing a little Kabbalah over there. She's trying to get acclimated to the room. She's not used to it. There's the hand that shows what they're reading from. They don't even hide it. They think it's a distraction. They think, well, who's actually visiting his channel? Who's actually slowing down video and truly looking at what's going on? Sorry, I get a little scratchy throat going a little bit. Get some food going too, but I'll let that cool off. I'll eat that food during the editing process. So I got the title. I obviously don't have much going for play-by-play. I'm there though. I'm right there with you. The main premise is going to be the title. That's why I'm acting so nonchalant. She's apparently either in prison or rehab. I think she's in some type of hospital rehab setting. She's got on some type of uniform type outfit, even though it looks a little civilianish. She looks miserable. Now, if I had cherry picked, I would have found where she's playing with her hair, and it looked quite ridiculous. This woman she has like zero grace. She has no self awareness of what she looks like. One could see it in the video where I showed her walking up to a podium, and she looked like the movie Carrie. The Sissy Spacek was such a dork of a woman in the movie that they, not a dork, but I don't mean to be cruel, but I mean you have to see the movie to see what I mean. But she got bullied for it. You know, the nerds get bullied when they shouldn't, and thankfully that shifted around a lot during my lifetime. Seems like gay people get treated a hell of a lot better. Something just popped up there. Sorry about that. And what else? uh, then I lose my train of thought. I hate that. But she's got no self-awareness. That's what I was talking about. So she can't just accept that because of all the drugs she did, that's what it does to the face. So they go into denial on it. Oh, here she is doing a little hair work. But later on, right there, see how she made ponytails? I think she's the reincarnation of Anne Frank. And that's why she does the job she does. That's how she fell for it. She thinks the Israelis are so persecuted, and there's always a rationale for when bad people do terrible things. And so the rationale for them would be they think they're saying never. There's the chicken face right there. That's probably what she's in denial on. That's from being a junkie. See, I want to talk directly to them, and I think I have. I think I was able to completely throw them off their game. So even though that looks like a real shirt, like a civilian shirt, I think it's more of a generic, like something they put on you when you go into the hospital. One of those gowns, a comfy gown. Now usually they're turned the other way, but that's for operations. There she is, her face tweaking out. And I didn't cherry pick enough, but look at that wristwatch. It seems to be something they hooked up onto her arm to take her stats, her biological stats. She's not in a good situation. So if she was Anne Frank and they exterminated her just because of who she is, then there's that crocodile sneeze thing. Now I think she does an actual fake sneeze coming up right here. Just because she knows I made that video on the crocodile sneeze. And she's like, I don't make crocodile. She's trying to she doesn't want people, she doesn't, the chicken face thing. Chicken, right there. She can't control her face, so she's trying to make it seem like, oh, she has a bit of the flu. Alright, I put in about a half minute or so of Mate showing how he's a nut job. He's deformed. He's all creased up. He's reading off of a teleprompter. I effed them all up. Alright, that's it for him. So now the final 5 minutes here is a clip of Halper, but I slowed it down tremendously. I want to talk a little bit about Marshall McLuhan. Has that guy been vindicated or what? He's a Canadian. You can search his name and you can watch him from back in the day on TV. And no one wanted to hear what he said. He said the medium is the message, and that content had been rendered meaningless. And no one wanted to hear it. No one wanted to believe it, because they're still into their sports. I'm thinking for them back then. Or, come on, man, this is a democracy. Or, I mean, there are problems, but we work at it. Yeah, right there, Halper, the slow motion of the face. There's that awkward looking watch. So I think she's in some sort of rehab. So the Marshall McLuhan guy, I'm thinking now, like, how did he know? He really knew it. He said he was basically saying in code, anyone can track him down. He can debunk me or agree or say it's in the middle somewhere, but he nailed it he would be called a kook. I say what he says, and so they didn't want to hear it, but he had a PhD, so they had to hear it. We got about 4 minutes left. It's gonna go just under, well, I talked at the beginning, so there'll be oh, her nose is scrunching up from that like Breakfast Club clip I took of Ali Sheedy. She's eating like a sandwich or something. And what about those screenshots of what's up with Kim Iverson? What's up with like my archive and what I came up with? Like it's out there. It happened. I did it. I found that stuff. And what makes me not care about it anymore is that it feels like what changed is that everyone can see. There are like hundreds of millions of people. We're not talking about a million people. A million people is nothing. And if 950,000 of a million Joe Rogan views are fake, that means only 50,000 people are watching Joe Rogan. I saw a video on Jimmy Dore. I plugged, there's her nose again. The slow motion helps. So she wants people to think she has a cold. That's when I'm saying that's the default for these people. This is like the karma due from them being junkies. And they're COINTELPRO. They're forced to keep going on in public. I bet she went into a hospital and she's getting all these tests done. Probably some doctor telling her like, look, you must have been a junkie to end up like that. She's like, there's something called Ingrezza. So right, Dave Smith. I did that so right. AI is so. We should just thank them for this, where they basically they went to they defecated into their they went to the bath. The system peed in its pants. It soiled itself. It's over. If you put these things on closed caption, if one does that, they'll see that it's AI. If they actually read the crap, maybe put it at 75 or 50% speed or get a text of it somehow, and one will see that it's the AI garbage. I mean, go ahead and act as if what I'm saying isn't true, and you'll just be a chump that sticks it out with this stuff. Alright, we're coming to the end. I might as well just stop. So that's my conclusion. I think she's in a hospital setting somewhere. But it's like a military hospital. So they let her she can do the COINTELPRO work in the basement or something. Alright, take care, everybody. The medium is as demented as it seems. Marshall McLuhan, somehow, he knew it. Somehow, McLuhan knew that all the powers that be had done something with the medium and that they were fully in control of it and that it was pretty much a meaningless thing at that point. And that was 50 years ago. Okay. God bless everyone. God bless you. And may these junkie trash, God bless you. There's something where we're getting reincarnated, so we have to either face up to this or I don't know what people are doing if they can't face up to it. There's no escaping from it. They put this shit in our face, into our lives, into our blood, into our brains, into our consciousness. And what I did is I returned it. I took what it is. I gave it my best shot. And I think I fucked it up. I think I fucked them all up. I think they're getting nothing but AI comments. And I don't think they're even getting the page stats. Oh yeah, I was visiting Jimmy Dore, and I noticed that one of his videos had 0 views. It's like 4 hours later, no views. It was one of those stupid phone things, but his other ones weren't getting that many views either. But even if they do get views, they can be faked, or it can be that small pool of losers. Let's say like 10 million people are still fascinated by the medium and the news cycle. Let's say there are even 10 million who still care. I don't mean 10 million in America, I mean 10 million anywhere out of billions. There's only 10 million, then they can get they can get a million. Joe Rogan can get a million if he's getting big names. And then when they don't get the big names, that's where they have to fake it. Guy like Joe Rogan, they have to continue with the AI comments. And they're really easy to spot. And somehow the system didn't think this through good enough, or I don't know, they're arrogant or something. It's kind of interesting, I think, what we're living through, in which one could potentially become enlightened through their negativity. I think that's quite possible, but it has to be done in a way in which one quits them. One quits it. So you read books in the library, you find open-minded people who think critically for themselves. Maybe you end up with some friends like that, and you learn from them, and you teach them too. They suck. I'm actually ecstatic that I was able to get through to them. Them. I know I can't get through to you. I'm trying to get through to them. I'm trying to break them. I broke them. I think I broke them. I think I broke it. I think I broke this. I think they're all 100% scripted, and I took the time to prove it over a couple years by cropping it out, by slowing it down. I think I proved it. I proved it. I broke it. If someone has a cut, there can be two boxers, and the much better boxer has a cut eye, but, well, then he wouldn't be the much better boxer. But all I've been doing is just tattooing this one injury of them, and they can't survive it. They can't survive shit. They couldn't figure out, they should have waited till they had an AI that could pull it off. They obviously can't do it. They were obviously relying on us, on real people, and then they fucked us. They fucked us. They fucked with us so much that we quit it. We all quit. We all quit. We all quit. We got fed up with their bullying, and we quit. So they got no more new data to sound organic. They got nothing. They lost it. If the balloons popped, it's over. If Frankenstein's dead, he ain't coming back.